Hello FlossTube, it's Kate, Madam Ice, and welcome back to my FlossTube channel. This is FlossTube number 4 for me, which is very exciting. I want to welcome back everyone who has watched me in the past and it keeps coming back. It really means a lot to me. I didn't think that anyone would really watch my videos, so I'm very happy that anyone does. And for those of you who have commented, I really love reading the comments too, and responding to them. So thank you so much to everyone. Also anyone who's here for the first time, welcome. And I hope you enjoy listening to me ramble for a little bit about some cross stitch. I would like to pull a Pam of Pam and Steph at Just Keep Stitching and have a special hello today. So I would like to say a special hello to our friend Tommy. Over at Christmas, I got to visit with Tommy and his wife for a little bit, and Tommy said that he watches each and every one of my videos just to be supportive, even though he has no idea what I'm talking about. So, hello Tommy. Thank you for being a supportive friend. Okay, so I think I'm just going to get started because I kind of have a feeling I have a lot to talk about today. So, first thing I want to talk about some stitchy kindness that I got. It wasn't very stitchy, but it was definitely kindness. So, Bart, the Nordic stitcher, I will put his information below. He had a giveaway recently. He had a video where he talked a lot about Sweden, and it was very interesting. And at the end of it, he had a giveaway, and he said he would send some Swedish treats to someone. And I won that giveaway, and I'm so excited, and it was so good. So, unfortunately, I did not follow the FlossTube rules here. Josh and I drove to Iowa for the Christmas holiday, so this package got to our doorstep the day that we were leaving. So, I didn't want anything to go bad in there or anything, so unfortunately, I have eaten everything almost out of the package. So, I did take a picture, so I'm going to put a picture up here, and I'll probably leave it up there for a minute while I'm talking. So, I made some notes here. Like I said, I drove back to Iowa with my husband, and the day we got there, we arrived at my dad's house to a Christmas party. So, one of my step-aunts, she is Swedish, and so I thought it was super cool to bring some stuff from Sweden and show her. So, one of the things, I think it was in a blue package. If you look at the picture, I think it's called Delicato ball. I don't know. I can't say Swedish things, but it's pretty much a chocolate ball, like mocha ball with coconut on the outside. And as soon as my Aunt Disa saw those, she was like, "Can I have one of those? I want one of those." And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." So that was really cool. She really enjoyed having that, and that was probably my favorite thing out of the entire box. Then there should be, in the picture, I believe it's in the front, there's like a round cylinder thing. It's got some cookies in it. Again, I'm not really sure how to say it. I'm not even going to try on this one. But it's pretty much, he described it like an Oreo, but it had like the Oreo cream filling on it, and then a fruit gelatin thing on top with some cookies. It was delicious. Those were delicious too. So thank you so much, Bart. And then, let's see, that red box has ginger snaps in it. And those were really good, especially during this Christmas time. So we saw some of those left, but they're definitely really good. They're very thin and crispy. Let's see. Oh, there's 2 bags there. One is yellow and the other one is blue and yellow, I think. And those both have like black licorice candy in them. It's black licorice and salt. And I am not a big black licorice fan. I did try both of them, And they're definitely black licorice, but personally, I'm just not a huge black licorice fan. But luckily, in attendance at that Christmas party when we got home was my, let's see, she's my step grandma's sister, so my step great aunt, I guess. I'll just call her great aunt. It was her 80th birthday, and she loves black licorice. Loves it, and she loves salt. So, she took both of those bags home with her. She, a bunch of the kids also like them, those candies that were there. So, we shared it with the family, and it was really nice. It was her 80th birthday, so it was a good birthday present for her, I guess, all the way from Sweden, from Bart, even though he didn't know it. And then I think the last thing in there is the tea. So I'm actually drinking it right now. It is this. Sodertes. That's probably not right at all. I don't know how to say it. But it is delicious. So, thank you so much, Bart. He's Bart, the Nordic stitcher. I love watching his videos. He stitches some really cool things. And I love hearing about Sweden when he talks about it. It's very interesting, and I just like learning about other stuff. So, like I said, I'm drinking that tea. I'm drinking out of this mug, which is nothing special, but it has a special story behind it. So, I'll just take a second here and tell you. So, I have a minor in Middle Eastern Studies. When I was in college, I got a minor in Middle Eastern Studies, and I studied abroad in Jordan for a summer. While I was there, when I first got there, I of course had to go buy a mug so I could drink my coffee and tea. A lot of tea there, but so I went and I bought this mug, and at the end of the summer I brought it back with me. I got back the day before classes started, and then I moved right into my apartment, and probably a week or two into classes that semester, one of my roommates broke that mug. And so she got me a replacement mug. So I think the one that I bought in Jordan was like blue and purple. It wasn't anything special either. It was just a mug that I bought in Jordan. But so she bought me this brown and blue one to replace. And then my next year of college, another different roommate broke that one, and she bought me this mug as compensation for breaking that one. So even though this one didn't come from Jordan, I'm pretty sure this just came from Target. It has a history of the mug from Jordan. So I always use it when I can. It always makes me think of that summer. Alright. So, some other stitchy kindness I got. I guess it's just a Christmas card from the B sisters. You've probably seen it on here before. But, oh my gosh, I love these two ladies. They're so funny, and they're so fun to watch, and to be honest, I'm a bit jealous of their closeness with each other. It's super nice to see a family that's that close, and, you know, they obviously love each other, and they get to hang out, and that's awesome. Alright, so, moving on. I think, from here, I'm going to go over some haul I got, some Christmas gifts I got. I have some finishes. I'm super excited about that. And then my plans moving forward for 2019, but it's kind of like plans because I have no idea what I want to do moving forward. So, maybe I'll figure it out while I'm talking to you. We'll see. So, first up, let's do haul. Okay, so, first I want to show you, actually, I think all of my haul came from the same place. Yep, so, first, what a mess. Am I a mess today or what? That was awful. I'm sorry, you had to watch me think for a solid 45 seconds. Okay, so the first thing I have is I got the first couple Things and Christmas Rules by Lizzie Kate. So this is the overall Christmas rules, and then I got the first two patterns. So Treasure Family and Be Kind and Of Good Cheer. So I got these because let's see, A Stitch for Mom, Caitlin, A Stitch for Mom, is doing a stitch along next year. And I decided that I wasn't going to do a stitch along, that had you do one a month, because I was kind of stressed getting both of the ones I was doing this year done each month. But then I had to jump on this bandwagon anyways, and I want to join Caitlin in the stitch along for Christmas Rules. And I think the plan is to stitch one of these every month. So I'm going to try to keep up with that next year. So I guess that's a little bit of a plan. And I think she's using a hashtag 12 months of Christmas Sal. I'll put it here, and it'll be in the description below also. I'll make a note of that. So yeah, this is the first bit of haul that I got. I just got the first two. The next two I also went ahead and bought, but they are going to be a little bit, 1, 2, 3 Stitch said, it'll be a couple weeks, so that's fine. I'm not in a hurry for them. I did purchase some fabric to stitch it on. I'm going to be stitching it on Helix from Picture This Plus. So I'm going to be waiting for that to come in anyway, so I'm not in any hurry to get the next bit of the pattern. The topper, if you look on here, this topper, it says Christmas Rules. That is a free on Lizzie Kate's website. So if you want to join in on that, Stitch from Mom is hosting this stitch along. It's super fun. Okay, so to go along with that, I bought a whole bunch of threads. I am not a red and green and gold Christmas person. My house is blue and silver, so I'm going to be changing all of the colors on this to blues. So I bought this whole, let's see, sorry, the light in here is pretty bad today. It's pretty rainy and gloomy outside, but you can kind of see there. So I've got some white and blue, some greens. I'm going to use the called for greens, and this brown and this white is called for, but all of the blue are going to be different. And then I think I'm going to try to put a splash of red in each block. So for example, in this first one, Be Kind and Of Good Cheer, the cardinal isn't going to change. Doesn't make sense to change the cardinal. Cardinal is going to remain red. So that'll be my splash of red in this one. Then the Treasure Family, this center, focus, okay, this center of the wreath is a little button, so it's a red button and it comes with this, so I'm just going to keep that red button and change the rest of it to blues. Should be good. I hope so anyways. We'll see as we go. Then, so I got my first Nora Corbett and first Mirabilia patterns. The Mirabilia pattern, I think you've probably all seen it. It's Lady of Justice. I don't know why this really spoke to me right now. I mean, the pretty ladies are very pretty that Nora puts out, and I think that they look really beautiful stitched up. I've seen mermaids and ladies in person, but I'm not super drawn to them to stitch for myself. But for some reason, this girl just struck a chord with me. So I think I'm going to try to stitch her. I like the called for color of her dress and her shawl, scarf, whatever that is. But I I don't like the fabric, I don't think. So I'm trying to think on what kind of fabric I would want to do her on. But that'll happen someday, maybe. Then my Nora pattern that I got is this, the Coffee House, which is part of the Holiday Village. And I just think that is so cute. I don't know. And I was thinking about changing the house color because I wasn't quite sure about it. But I showed it to my husband, and he looked at it for a second, and he goes, I actually really like that. And I was like, oh, you do? Okay. I was thinking about changing the house color. Do you think I should change it? And he said, no, I like pretty much everything about it the way it is. So I'm not changing the house color. I'm going to stitch it the way it is. I will change, though, the fabric again. I think that the blue, it just blends in too much with the house, and it doesn't stick out enough for me. So I was thinking about it, and I thought it would maybe look cool if it was a darker fabric, like it was nighttime. And then I thought purple, and then I was like, I have some purple in my stash. And I went and pulled it out, and I think I really like it. So I think I will be using this shale from Picture This Plus. It looks really gray on here, you know. It's kind of gray purple, but I think that the teal on this house will show up really good on there, and so will the white. Oh, I wish the colors would work. I think the white will show up really well too, and I think it'll look like a little nighttime coffee house scene. So I'm really excited to get going on that. So in order to get going on that, I did get some beads for it. Just a few of the beads, and I will explain why in just a second. I only have 3, and then I did get the DMC Etoile thread tin. So here's the tin. It comes all nice and packaged very sweetly. Sorry, that was probably really loud. You know, they're all laid out in a beautiful, shiny, shimmery rainbow. I haven't obviously stitched anything with them yet because they're all in here, all immaculate still. But I hope to soon. I have plans for what to stitch these into, but I just haven't gotten there yet. So, hopefully soon. And hopefully I like stitching with them because I got all of them. We'll see, I guess. Haven't heard anything really bad about them yet. Although I didn't watch, Bendy Stitchy had that stitch with me that she did recently, where she talked about, I don't know, it was in the title, do we like Etoile threads or not? And I didn't watch it. I probably should get her opinion on it. Or maybe I should wait. Sometimes it's better to wait and do it yourself and then listen to other people's opinions so that they don't, you know, affect your opinion. But we'll see. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you about with all that haul, so everything except for obviously the fabric that I had in my stash and yeah, and the pattern from 123 Stitch to the Lizzie Kate. Everything else came from a brand new shop that I want to share with you guys. So my friend Susan is opening a shop. She has opened the online store, and she will be opening a brick and mortar here in Charleston, South Carolina very soon. So this is called, the shop is called Fire Poppies. And I will put a link below. She has her website has an online shop on it, and then I think she has a Facebook marketplace shop too. I don't think she has everything on the Facebook marketplace. I think that she's mostly going to be using her own website shop, but there will be 2 different locations you can order from. But I'm super excited for her. She kind of told us earlier this year that she was planning on opening a shop, and we're all super excited for her. I feel very lucky that she has allowed me to come help her out sometimes, and I really enjoy helping out when she's, you know, getting new patterns in and needs to go through them and organize them and stuff like that. That's kind of the sort of stuff that I love to do. I love to organize, and I like to go through and, you know, pick through things. So, of course, it's all very fun to look at too. So, I really feel very lucky that I get to go over and help her sometimes. So, the reason I have just 3 of the beads that I need for that house are because she has some Mill Hill bead stock. She's going to get more, but what she has, she bought off of a shop that went out of business in Columbia earlier this year. So she bought what was left of their Mill Hill stock. So those 3 were 3 that she had, but she's going to go ahead and order the rest for me. So anyways, the business is called Fire Poppies. Right now it's just online. It will be a brick and mortar in Charleston, South Carolina. So if you are in Charleston or in South Carolina, there's Stitchin Frame in Rock Hill, but other than that, there isn't anything else in South Carolina anymore. So this is super exciting to have something. I'm excited to have something close to me, but just another option in South Carolina will be super fun. So yay. I hope you all go check out her shop. She's still getting more inventory. You know, she's got big plans for what else she wants to get in her shop. She right now mostly has fabric. She mostly has patterns. She has a lot of thread. I don't know if she's put it on the online shop yet. It just opened 2 days ago. So, it's a work in progress, and then she has plans for ordering some fabric and stuff too. And I'm sure she'd be very accommodating if you want to order a pattern from her and would like the threads also. Just message her and she might be able to make that happen for you. So, yeah, that is the big news here right now. Okay. Then next, Christmas gifts. I got some good Christmas Stitchy gifts this year. So, first of all, I got a Lowry stand. I'm not going to show it to you because it's just a Lowry stand. You can Google it. But it's over in my stitching spot over in the corner. And I'm loving it so far. I love having a stand. I didn't have a stand like that before. So, I think it definitely does help. It helps go faster. But, then I also got the DMC color card with the real threads in it. I got this. It should be the newest one without the etoile. Wow, this is bigger than I thought it was. I mean, I looked at it, but I didn't realize it unfolded all the way like this. Wow. But I'm super excited to have that. It would be nice for color conversions and things. Also, with me trying to make some of my own patterns now, it would be really helpful to not have to go to Joann's and just stand in the aisle forever trying to pick DMC colors. Thanks to Arlene Cohen, who works by ABC. I'll put her information below. But thanks to her and her videos, I asked for, this is the wrong book. Yep, I grabbed the wrong book out of my bag. Just a second. Hold, please. this is what I got. The Royal School of Needlework Book of Embroidery. So, she just talks a lot about this book in a video recently. And I thought it sounded... I'm always super jealous of her knowledge. Every time she does a video, she has so much knowledge of stitching and needlework and lacework and just everything. And she goes to these used bookstore or used book sales, and she finds these just awesome books that she gets so much out of, and I'm very jealous of her and her ability to, you know, question and go research and find answers. I don't know. So this is a starting point. I got this, or I asked for this book, and I got it for Christmas so I can hopefully learn something about the other types of needlework too. So, and I think it's very kind of inspirational to look through here too. There's a lot of really, really cool designs. And it makes me want to stitch everything. So, I don't know if you can see as I go through. This is the blackwork. Look at that. Look at that blackwork owl. Oh my gosh, it's cute. But, isn't that gorgeous? I mean, so good. I love it. I know my face might not look like I love it, but I just, it's amazing to me. Just, alright. I gotta stop looking through it, or else you're gonna have an entire video of me flipping through a book. Not very interesting. But, so I'm really excited to have this book to look through now. And then I got a couple things that don't seem Stitchy related, but they're definitely going to be Stitchy related to me. So, my grandma, I asked her to get me a planner, and she wasn't sure what type of planner I wanted, so she went ahead and got me one of these, like, tiny pocket planners and weekly, you know, bigger planners. So, I'm super excited about these. I love to plan out my day, and I really am very good when I have a schedule set for myself. Unfortunately, the job that I have with the rotating shift work, and it's 7 days on, 2 days off, and so I never have like the same days or a weekend or anything like that. I really struggle with it. I'm very much a schedule and routine type of person. And so it's been 2 years now of this, and I can feel myself kind of unraveling because I don't have my routine and my schedule and my kind of like structure. So I'm really hoping that if I take some time every week, you know, I have the 7 days on and 2 days off. So if I use my 2 days off and set aside some time every time on those 2 days off to plan the next 9 days, I'm hoping that I can feel a little bit more structured and sane, to be honest. So here's to hoping. That's, you know, I don't really do New Year's resolutions because I never seem to stick with them, but if I were going to do one this year, it's going to be to try to plan for myself better, because it makes me happier and I feel less stressed for sure. So that's mostly what this one is going to be, is that just like every 9 days, on one of my days off, I'm going to plan the next 9 days and try to stick with it because it's good for me. But this little guy, I was actually really glad she got me both of them, because I'm going to use this one as a stitching planner. Yay! So, I've seen Stitchin Mommy, Sarah, hold hers up before, and I love it. I love how much she plans, and I love how much she is willing to plan something and then recognize that maybe not, and she adjusts, and that's all very cool. And so I think I'm going to try to follow in her footsteps here with a tiny planner to plan what I want to stitch and when. So I'm super excited for this one. And that is not all my Christmas gifts, of course, but the ones I wanted to share with you. So, next up, finishes. I'm so excited. I finished 3 things since the last time you saw me, and I'm just so over the moon about it, and I'm so excited to share them with you. So, here we go. Have my plans on top of them, so give me a second. Alright, so the first one that I'm going to show you is my Legendary Creatures Alphabet by CloudsFactory. And here it is in all its glory. It's huge and I love it. I love it so much. So I posted on Instagram. I took a video where I kind of slow-moed through all of these, but it got kind of cut off on Instagram. So I'm going to just really briefly try to do something similar here and not make you guys seasick. Here we go. I'm going to try not to dip it in my tea either, because as much as it's very in right now, I don't want this piece tea-dyed. And we're almost done. The swamp monster there, Thunderbird, and the last row here. So, my husband says that this guy, this 3-headed dragon, I think it's a Zamai, something like that. That is his favorite. And for me, you know, I really like this little guy, this duende. I'm gonna make my tea. I really like him a lot. I think he's super cute. I also really like the Kraken. Because, I mean, come on. He's holding a little ship above his head. And I know it's scary, but it's just, it looks like a little toy boat. And it's like a little octopus holding a toy boat. I'm sure it's terrifying for the men that are in that ship. But, you know, I love it. I'm super excited. I think I'm going to get that one framed. I don't really know what else to do with it, to be honest. So I'm going to use some of my Christmas cash and go to the framers maybe this week before I go into work one day and see if I can find a frame that does it justice. We'll see. Alright, finish number 2. This is the class schedule Sal from Armada Designs. Oh, I think I forgot to tell you that Legendary Creatures stitched on Picture This Plus 32 count Nocturne. Pretty sure it's 32 count. Alright, so this is class schedule by Armada Designs. It is stitched on 18 count Aida from Picture This Plus Dusk. Anyways, so here it is in all its glory. It's another finish. I'm so excited. Alright, so I will do a little bit faster through this one. So, here we go. Alright, so I finished this Care of Magical Creatures. I finished it with about an hour to go on our car ride back to Iowa. It's a 17-hour drive. It took us 17 hours to get there. And we took our dog, Stella, who is sleeping next to me right now. But she is still a puppy. She's just a little over a year old. And she did so well. We did the drive both there and back all straight through without stopping. And she was a dream. I couldn't have asked for any better from a dog. But, sorry, that was an aside. But this, Care of Magical Creatures, I finished with about an hour left before we got to Iowa. I didn't get a stitch the whole time. I do get a little bit car sick, so I couldn't stitch too much, but I was able to finish it up. It is charted. I did change it a little bit. It's charted for, there's supposed to be black back stitching all around the outside of the hippogriff there. But it didn't really match, because if you look over here, there's no back stitching on these guys. I don't know. There isn't really back stitching around anything in this entire piece. So I just went ahead. I did the back stitching that gives details on the inside of his wings and his beak and things. But I just skipped the back stitch on the outside. And I'm super excited for this one. I have a plan for finishing it. I want to do kind of a tapestry finish on it. I don't really know how else to describe it other than that. Hopefully I'll have that done next time that I film a FlossTube. I have a feeling I'm going to have to watch some Vana tutorials, the Twisted Stitcher, because I do want to put some cording around the outside. And I have no idea how to attach that. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to watch a Vana tutorial just to figure out how to put some cording on the outside of a piece. Alright. And my third finish. Yay! So this one is No Face. And it is by Elly Stitches on Etsy. I'm pretty sure that's right. And I stitched this for a friend who's going to be graduating here in January. And so I really was on kind of a time crunch. I finished it last night, and I'm gonna, I'll just show it to you first. So here he is. If you've ever seen the movie Spirited Away, this is No Face from Spirited Away. And I just think it turned out so nice. Let's see, the fabric isn't really showing very well because it, let's see if this helps. Oh, that helped a little bit. So, this is 32 count Ariel linen by Picture This Plus also. Wow, all my finishes were on Picture This Plus. But, yeah, I think he turned out super nice, and I'm very proud of him. And I'm glad that I got him done in time. I was going to put it in a hoop originally, but my friend, number one, she has 2 cats, so I'm not sure about putting it in a hoop because I think they would get at it, but also she's in the Navy, so she moves around a lot, obviously, so I'm not sure if a hoop is really kind of protected enough, if you want to say that, for moving around like that. So I think I will put it in a frame, and I think I'll put glass in it just for this, I don't know, just because. I think that I'm going to put it in a frame, and I think I'm going to put glass on it, and I hope that I can do that by mid-January when she graduates. Luckily, I think she'll still be in the area for a little while after her graduation, but Yay, 3 finishes. Alright, so I've already been rambling for 40 minutes, so I'm going to really, Stella? I don't know if you heard that little snore growl, but alright. But I'm going to really quickly talk to you about what plans I do have. So obviously I've already alluded to I want to stitch the Christmas Rules by Lizzie Kate. As soon as that fabric gets in, I'm going to start it. So I'm looking forward to that. Then I ordered some scroll bars, some roller frames for another piece. And so I saw Pam from Pam and Steph stitch this. Sorry, not from Pam and Steph. Their channel isn't Pam and Steph. Their channel is Just Keep Stitching. In case you didn't know that, I have a feeling that if you've delved enough into Flosstube to find me, you've probably found them already. But just in case. But she did this. It's a lavender and lace. It's called the Mother's Tree. So it looks like this. And it's got this big tree on the top, and it says Mother's Tree here. It's kind of hard to see it on this picture. And then she gives you an alphabet and numbers, and you go back as far as you can with your maternal line, and you stitch the birth year, name, mother of. Birth year, name, mother of. And you go all the way to you, I guess. So, I have a grandma who, and it's my grandma on my mom's side, who is very, very into genealogy. She always has been. So, I really want to stitch this for her. So, I asked her a few months ago for if she could trace back her maternal line as far as she could. And she did that, and she got back to my great times 12 grandmother with a birth year of 1620. So she was able to go back very far, and some of them I haven't quite decided how I'm going to deal with it because she's not sure on the birth year. There's like a span of a couple of years where I don't know which one of these years she was born, but I at least have names for everyone. I haven't figured out how I'm going to deal with those ones that we don't have a birth year for sure. But I really, really, really want to start this because I really, really, really want to finish it next year for her. You know, it's just, she's getting older. I want to get it done so that she can enjoy it for a while. And I'm just going to take it to her. I'm not going to go any further. There should be a little bit of fabric left, which is shocking because of all the names that are on there. But I am going to keep the greens, but I'm going to stitch it on this fabric. There, that's pretty true. It's just a light cream. It's called Bisque from Lakeside Linens. It's a 40 count. And I'm just going to, I think that the lighter fabric will make it a little more updated, and I hope it'll be kind of timeless too, because I would hope this will become kind of an heirloom piece. But look at this fabric size, and it's gonna take every bit of this to get this done because we have so many names. But I got some scroll rods so that I can start that as soon as they come in and get going on it so that hopefully I can finish it. So that is, I think, probably one of the biggest plans I have for next year. Then, in the immediate sense, before my fabric comes in for the Lizzie Kate and before I get my scroll rods in for this, I'm going to try to finish my hedgehogs because this is a tiny hedgehog piece, and this is for the hedgehog style from Gerald, and he has that big Riolis kit that he did, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to do something big, so I chose a really tiny one, and I have not worked on it since the day I started it. And there's no way that he can finish his big hedgehog piece before I finish this tiny one, or else that's just silly. So I'm going to try very hard to finish this guy up. like I said, I haven't stitched on it since I showed it to you last. I just have that one little hedgehog mostly stitched. I gotta get going on it. There's no reason I shouldn't finish it before he finishes his. Then I think I'm going to work a little bit on my oldest whip, which is Sewing Vintage by Bobbie G Designs. I haven't worked on it in a very long time. It's in the same exact spot that you guys would have seen it last. It's got the hoop marks on it because I didn't know not to leave my fabric in a hoop when I started it. I also tried gridding. I decided it's helpful, but I don't really need it, I don't think, for most things. So there's that. And then I want to finish my secret stitch. I have not worked on it at all since the last time you've seen it because I've been working on finishing my other 3 projects. So hopefully I can finish that soon. There's not really that much left on it. So alright, I think that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment below if you have any questions or anything for me. I love getting comments, and I did respond to every comment on my last video, which is a big step for me. So if you comment, I will try my best to reply to them. And I think that's all I have. So thank you so much. I hope you guys all have a great new year, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.